to today's Collective Minds podcast. This is episode 23, and we'll start with a general discussion of stuff.
There we go.
Of stuff.
All right, what do you guys want to talk about first? Dead silence. All right, I'll lead you first.
Your sexuality that we have not discovered yet.
I'm pretty much straight on a straight edge of straightness, to tell you the truth. But hey,
like
unlike I'd say the swimmer though from Florida, or you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? He's not from Florida, but Florida Governor Ron DeSantis issued an official proclamation on yesterday declaring a Florida resident the rightful winner of the NCAA Women's Swimming Championship race over transgender swimmer Leah Thomas, in which he said he rejects these lies and recognizes University of Virginia swimmer and Florida resident Emma Wayant, who came in second place as the actual winner because William Thomas ranked 462 as a dude and then quote unquote transferred to a woman as Leah Thomas, and now he is ranked number 1. What do y'all think about that shit?
I agree with him.
I should do that, honestly. I should go play volleyball.
That's the joke, but it's funny, it's hilarious, and then it's not, because yeah, I get swimming and everything. These girls have worked their entire lives for this situation to be able to professionally swim. You know what I mean? And this guy's coming in. If you see the pictures of him standing next to the girls, dude, he's like at least a foot taller, if not a foot and some.
Well, he's a guy, so.
Well,
No disrespect.
He's not just a guy. He's a tall, big guy.
Hey, well, another thing that's happening with Florida is Tyreek Hill is going to the Dolphins.
Really? From where?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, no shit. Is that like, I see. Let me know. I don't know anything about that guy. Is he like one of their best players?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Shane's got to be mad about that. That's fucking hilarious.
Nobody caught my joke either, which kind of makes me upset.
Kinda. He didn't believe me at first. He didn't believe me.
Good.
Didn't
Put
hear
the Chiefs
What'd you
back in
say?
their place where they belong.
I said nobody caught my joke, which kind of makes me upset.
Wait, what was
I
your
didn't hear
joke?
your joke.
What'd you?
When I was
didn't hear.
like, well, he's a guy, so like off a State Farm.
Oh,
She sounds hideous. Well, he's a guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, but he's not, but he is, depending on wherever you lean.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's taking estrogen, so.
It doesn't matter. So back to the swimming.
doesn't
So,
matter.
like,
You still have a
the
cough.
estrogen doesn't matter because even when you're in like whatever the word's called, but when you're in the womb and your genetics and the testosterone of how you're based defines like the fibers, the muscle fibers and everything. So you're literally created a male in the womb. Even if you came out at 1 year old and took estrogen, you would still have the ability to progress and like have more strength and have more oxygen levels and bigger organs and everything else than a woman. So you can't even give the hormones to a fetus because of the XYYY, that it would actually affect it to that point to being able to be like, okay, they're compatible. They're the same, or, it's fair. There's no way to say it's fucking fair at that point. It really isn't. It's crazy. So yeah, he's a swimmer. I mean, I've met a transitioned person with boobs in it. I never seen them as a boy though, so it was like, okay, I'll call her.
Say,
I'm cool with that.
I've seen a couple people like that too, and I would have never guessed. I was like, wait, like I know people that are like they were a girl, but now they're a guy, and I was like, dude,
Right.
I literally thought you were just a dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big bitch. I mean,
Hey,
six foot.
Hey, listen.
6'1.5", broad shoulders, but looks like a female, has titties, sounds and looks and everything. But honestly, it was a man. Which is fine if you want to. I mean, whatever you could do. You know what I mean? People do crazy shit. People try to turn themselves into goats and aliens and cheetahs and shit, whatever. But this is about going into professional sports. You know what I mean? And like I said, he was rated as 460 something or whatever, and now is number 1. So the problem with that is that obviously there's a kicker there. Obviously the dude's a foot and something taller than the chicks, the dude still has his dong. Like you can see it in the pictures, which doesn't matter. It's not all about the penis. But the problem is literally going, this is a brave and beautiful woman who's kicking the shit out of other brave and beautiful women that have worked their whole lives for this. I mean, imagine being a little girl like our age, right? Like when we were kids, excluding Ledger, but
Aw.
and working our whole lives for something and, you know, kicking ass. And I was watching Tim Pool earlier and he's like, no, I'm fucking done. If all these females don't stand up and whatever, it's their fault. And I'm like, listen, motherfucker, because he's comparing them to him. And he's like, he does the talk show thing. And I'm like, listen, Tim, you left and went and created your own shit and still make millions and millions of dollars all the time. I'm like, these chicks can't get up and go, I'm going to stop swimming because they let a dude with a dick be a female and come swim. And now he's kicking our asses. You know why? Because you can't leave and go professionally swim anywhere else where there's not another dude with a dick doing it. Tim got to leave and be a talk show host on his own because it doesn't matter what's between your legs. You know what I mean? That's what he doesn't get. But this is the problem, is that this person gets to come in and go, I'm a girl now because I was a shitty swimmer as a male. 462 ranked. And now he's number one. I'm not going to call that motherfucker a woman until they quit fucking swimming and quit competing against real fucking women. I'm not going to call him a woman anyway. I don't give a shit. On this one, I'm not calling him a woman anyway. I'm not even going for it. Not on this one. And
so
go ahead.
I'm not calling them a woman until their chromosomes are definitionally or says that they are a woman. And
their chromosomes will never say they're a woman.
Exactly.
Their hormone output might change, but yes.
Well, yeah. Well, listen, because I guess, and it's okay if a guy goes into a woman's restroom if they identify as a female, which is totally not right, because what if some creep goes in there and starts.
People always make that argument, but then again, like I said, I have a friend that's now a man, and I can't tell the difference. I never knew, and
you don't know that.
That's an old Republican argument, which was based entirely on fact. But however, Ledger, a lot of these people are doing the surgery. So if a dude that used to be a dude that's taking hormones and growing boobs cuts off their dong and turns it into a pretend vagina, goes into the women's restroom, I don't think any of us have a problem with it. Can we say that?
Exactly, because you wouldn't be able to tell. People that are actually transgender, you can't tell.
It's not that you couldn't tell. It's that I know that this 6'5" previous man can't go into the bathroom and rape my daughter, my wife, my grandma, my mom. You know what I mean? Because they don't have a dick. I mean, they could, I guess rape happens in different ways, but they're not going to pull out a dong in front of my 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah. If you were born a female,
they're going to go sit down on a toilet and take a piss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the difference with this.
No, if God gave you a penis, you're a man. All I'm saying.
And now the swimming thing, it's they're competing at swimming, and which we can all honestly say I think that he's doing as well as he is because of he was a boy or is a boy trying to transfer to a chick. And I could say that. And honestly, I was thinking today how awesome it would be. I was like, fuck, even I could do it. If anyone just started some hormonal treatment and just did it for 6 months, but went pro weightlifting or anything and beat a women's championship, they could turn this all around by at the end going, I'm actually a fucking dude taking chick hormones. Fuck you. And just blowing it out of the water. But that would take some big balls to do it. And they keep making jokes about how this guy swam his balls off and shit, but I totally reject this person. And the reason I reject it is because these actual women, biological women, have worked their entire lives for this, and the only reason this person is winning is because they're not a biological woman. That is why, as well as I can flip this and look at it just like the UFC fighters that are in the same era of discussion where this person was a piece of shit UFC, multiple people that are trans, piece of shit man versus man UFC fighters, then they turn around and start beating the ever living fuck out of women. And I'm almost afraid that it's going to take that. And this is where the separation between the transgender movement and the women's rights movement come into conflict, is that you're taking a man that's been a man his whole life, like I could do it, and all of a sudden I take hormones and turn and start taking everything. You put me in a match with, I don't give a fuck who it is. You could put a woman in, any woman, even my weight class or bigger or less. I don't care. I am going to fuck her up. You know what I mean? I mean, I know there's good fighters out there. There's really good fighters, but I am going to fuck her up, you know? And it's messed up to say that, but it's true. And that's what's happening with these UFC fighters is, oh, that's a woman now. So they put a woman in a man that's lost 40 pounds for this fight instead of a woman that sits at this weight regularly, puts this man in there with her, and he beats the ever living fuck out of her and is saying, call me a woman, call me a woman. So that's it. It's a lot easier.
Hey. Isn't that a South Park episode?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it's true. This is actually happening, Jay. This is actually happening. There are trans UFC fighters that are fighting women right now and beating the ever living fuck out of them, and it's messed up. And
yeah.
Until they stand up, it's just going to keep happening. And it's like, I don't know. There was a joke I heard earlier that was something about like, you're right. Like women are so good, or men are so good that they're even better at being women than women or something like that. It was fucked up, but it's like, hey, well, it's true.
Gender reveal parties are for babies, not depressed teens.
What do you mean?
Okay. All these girls are just saying they're dudes, and all these dudes are saying they're chicks when they're not. Like, I got a few of them like, get out of here. Like, some girls were like in the dude's bathroom the other day. Like, it was weird, bro. I was like, get out of here.
So does that mean prison rules?
Hey, Jay, yo. That was
I don't know. There's a
All right, guys. So another topic I got for you is Putin today or yesterday saying that he is only selling gas as it will be purchased in rubles. So this is more of a GA combo. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I think it's a fucking fail. I think it's an attempt on whatever. I don't think he's working with the whole collective, but if we go back to your whole idea of what is it, the donut world theory, I guess we could say, is that they're all running together under a superpower that controls them, and that this might be part of the plan. But honestly, if you're like a losing country when it comes to countries around you being like, keep fucking up, man, you know, because Russia's a superpower, but not entirely that super when it comes to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I like how he's playing it though. Like, you only can use rupees, is it, or rubles?
Rubles.
Yeah, you can only use rubles to buy
what the fuck's a
my
ruble?
gas. That's their currency.
Oh,
in Russia.
Yeah.
So he's like, since they kicked Russia out of the SWIFT system, he is forcing the other countries that needs the gas to use their currency.
Yeah.
So it's a money power tactic, because
money power pussy.
The longest time it's been the US dollar being the world reserve currency.
Yeah. Backup.
And then now it's like we're just they're all fighting for whose currency is going to be better, or who's going to take over, kind of thing. Because if you guys haven't noticed, our US dollar is losing value fast, quick, and it's all because we printed so much last year. Like, we printed so much, we gave away so much money, and that's on top of all of the money that's already in circulation around the world. So the US dollar is very, very, very inflated. I think it's about like it's literally less than a penny for $8 bill in value.
Stop making it for a minute, you know?
That's if you don't want to destroy the United States of America.
I mean, just like one day, just be like, nah.
Yeah, no, they're doing it on purpose, little motherfucker.
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think anyone's gonna change currency. Is rubles backed by gold standard?
Well, fun fact, Russia has been accumulating a lot of gold, like the Russian government, for like 20 years. I think they've been doing it for years, and then they've only recently said or told their population to get gold. So it could be their money system, their ruble could be backed by gold, and then they have that. What is that? The BRICS nation or BRICS pack between China, Russia, and Brazil or India.
Yeah, India. So, yeah, but here's the thing about that. I'm gonna throw it here right off the bat. There's no way this rubles shit works, and it's because China will never let that work. China has the digital yuan. There is no way Russia's got this. Russia is not an embodiment of money. They are a like solidification of resources is what they are. China is a solidification of a slave labor workforce and is able to run money quickly through that because they have so many slaves and so many workers. So they're trying to figure that out. I don't think it's going to work. None of that shit's going to work. That's just my opinion.
China is asshole.
Yeah, China is asshole. But I think China is trying to take a dominant position, but they don't have. And it's funny to say this, but I don't think China has the structure for it. I mean, before COVID, they had their cities were filled with people in demonstrations, and it's not like ours where we go and hold up signs and shit. Because we're free to do that. They don't have that there in China. They'll take you and just shoot you.
Yeah.
But the reason they won't, like half the time they won't.
I was the leader of China.
Half the time they won't do it. Well, there is no leader of China. They have a leader, but underneath that is a group of
power,
people.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I had that much power, that'd be awesome. I mean,
yeah, they don't.
It'd be messed up, but it'd be lit.
It's a bunch of people all sitting at a desk going, this is what we're going to do. This is what it is. There's not one person. Their leader is a joke of a leader. They don't have a president. They just need a face. Every country needs a face.
Kind of like,
Sleepy Joe. No, it's like England. Like the queen is a figurehead.
Yeah, the queen,
but then
the queen is
the queen.
snake.
But then they also have like their version of the president and shit. Yeah, the queen can't do a fucking thing.
The queen is a figurehead. That's all she does. She's just there.
Yeah, and that's what Xi Jinping is, and that's what it is. They call like their shit the Five Eyes or whatever the fuck they call it, and yeah, Russia's not going to be able to back anything. I think what they're doing is just like trying to see what the other countries are going to do, see which. I think that's a move on the lower countries, like they got those fucking like Saudi Arabia and shit making deals with them. I think that's a move for them, like the shittier countries that have like real reserves to like make deals with them, because no one's going to start buying rubles and shit. And I mean, honestly, it would be like, yeah, we're not going to do that for them to completely fall apart. You know what I mean? But I mean, they're holding their ground. I mean, look at Russia. I think they're being attacked by everything right now. And that's what's going on, and everyone around them. And they're pulling out the best shit that they have.
Yeah, well, most of those European countries, they haven't really gone against or supported the war with Ukraine and Russia, because they know if they actually partake and fully invest into the war and back Ukraine, their source of fuel from Russia gets cut. Like Germany's in that position right now, so they're only sending like medical aid to Ukraine and nothing else. Like they could easily send their elites to back Ukraine, but they're not doing that right now.
Yeah, dude. And I think that pretty much sums it. Is we don't know what's gonna happen. It's more tipping to like it's not gonna work. It's more of a like a chess game. You know what I mean? That's one of their moves, and maybe with that they could pull in some countries and shit. And it's just, I mean, the future of currency is definitely not it's electric. You know what I mean? It's electronic. So, you know, it's not a paper made printed press that we're going to be dealing with. But in other news as well, you guys, if you don't make $300,000 a year, you should eat lentils instead of meat, and then you should let your pets die if they ever get cancer, according to many sources on the internet of the mainstream media.
Yeah, my dog just died of cancer like literally a couple weeks ago.
You're not saying your dog?
Yeah, my dog, not Ruger. My family dog just died of cancer.
Oh, okay. I was like,
okay, way to lighten up the mood, Curry.
Yeah, way to lighten that shit up.
And then
sorry for your loss.
My husky just died of cancer too.
That's fucked. Why are these dogs getting cancer? Does anyone want the answer? I can give it to you.
Bro.
I can give it to you.
No, Austin.
No, I can't. I can give you the answer to why dogs are dying of cancer.
Oh,
it's because of something that's in the air.
No, it's it's the food. But yeah.
Is it the food?
Yeah, it's the fucking food. It is. It's the food. It's the food. It's the food you buy at the store. Yeah.
It's really depressing.
That really is what it is. Feed your dog real. You can make homemade dog food. Yeah, it is. It's the food. That's what's going on with
so depressing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's the air, the climate, the 5G, if you would take a minute to imagine. All the other clothing that they put on the dogs, anything plastic. It's everything. It's everything. Everything around us is built to kill and destroy us. I love that we're getting into this because we're about to get into some darker shit if we keep going down my list. But yes, I wholeheartedly sorry for your loss on the doggies, which is crazy because
shit happens.
I've known so many dogs that have died in the past 2.5 years in a way that I never have in my entire life. Dogs are dying
they're dropping like flies. That's 2 dogs within the same year that just died.
Yeah. Actually, at my work, we had 2 dogs drop like flies in less than 1 year.
It's
from the same thing. Yeah, I think it's the food. I think it's the food. I do. I think that. But yeah, they're saying that if you don't make $300,000 a year to save money, you should just say fuck it and not give your dog cancer treatment, which costs an average of $10,000.
$10,000 each treatment that they have.
Which I get, and honestly, what I would do with a dog is just give them a high dose of CBD and THC. It would be super strong liquid.
THC can kill dogs.
What?
I looked into it. I said THC can kill dogs.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Not all the sources that I looked at, because I was giving my dog like hemp stuff for his anxiety.
Well, I'm not gonna say for all of them, but I've dealt with a dog that was dying, and I watched him live another 3 years. And this dog would come in. This dog would knock on the room or the door where I was living to come in to fucking inhale the smoke of marijuana, and on purpose. And it was because it not only would make him feel better, but dogs like have a natural sense of, you know what I mean? But high amounts of THC mixed with CBD, like all the shit, just pretty much just take fucking weed and concentrate it like very high and give it as drops or other ways. Yeah, well, it does help. And I called that before the COVID too. They came out and said that helps with COVID. And it's because what THC, like as concentrated shit, what it does is it goes around, it's like a fatty tissue. So when cancer, even in humans or in dogs or any disease, like negative shit, what happens is the THC, let's just call it THC because it's a mixture of everything. it bundles around. It's like a fatty tissue that bundles around the shit, so it can no longer attack the things around it. So it stops it and allows the shit to heal is what it does. So you keep doing that and doing that and doing that and doing that, and all of a sudden the shit's so healed and covered that they last pretty much technically forever if you keep doing it. It's like fighting off AIDS with fucking, yeah, I'm sure that could do it too. But they came out with a study with COVID that was like, oh yeah, it covers the fucking spike proteins and shit. And I'm like, imagine that, motherfuckers. But yeah, I don't know. It's not an argument I'm willing to make, but it's something I know to be true. But yeah, it's incredible what marijuana does by itself when it comes to diseases. All right. So anyone see that Biden talked about a new world order?
No.
You didn't see that? You didn't see that, Jay?
No.
You didn't see Biden talking about a new world order? Where the fuck did Ledger go?
I did not see it.
So allegedly he was, well, not allegedly, it's for real. Yeah, I saw the video. He was talking about some things coming in and a new world order coming in and how he's gonna lead it and shit. So, but I don't want to hit too much on it if you haven't seen it. I'll save that for you. It's kind of like a hold up, wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he talks about not bringing in a new world order, which previous presidents have talked about, but that it is here and that he is going to be running it.
If that's true, I think they're desperate because they're just coming out in the open at that point.
Yeah, well, I saw sorry, I was kind of a loud one. I saw Tim Pool bring it up, and he was saying that they were talking about the liberal world order or the democratic something world order, and that is changing and blah 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 blah. But Biden was sitting there going, I've talked to the highest elite military officials, and they said this and that we're going into a new world order and that I'm leading it. Dead ass.
So that sounds like
exactly what you
he's
think
a
it
puppet.
fucking sounds like. Yeah.
Like whoever's in that military power is the one actually controlling the US. And they're just
or that they're relaying messages from
the bald guy with glasses.
See, that's the thing too. Temple is like they give Klaus Schwab way too much power, but it comes from the World Economic Forum, which Klaus Schwab runs. So yeah, I agree with you. I think Tim Pool on some points is a fucking idiot. I watch all these guys to see where they come from. I mean, he's like, I think he gives them too much credit. And I'm like, really? And the other guy against him tonight, they were like arguing. And he's like, but it comes from the World Economic Forum. And I'm like, there's the fucking point, you dumb bitch. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's the same. It really doesn't matter. In the end, I think it won't matter who. I don't think there's one person at the tip that goes who. I think it's a lot like China, where they have a bunch of people sitting in a circle, or a room, or like Russia, a long rectangular table that's like a mile long,
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter when you burn the fucking building down and lock the doors, but that's my opinion. So did you guys know that in like the 1990s, McDonald's actually got caught with human meat being sent out through their factories?
I did know that.
Did you? Oh,
I did.
I didn't know it was McDonald's. I heard it was a burger restaurant, but not McDonald's.
Yeah, fucking
I knew
Mickey
it was McDonald's.
D's.
Just like how they were putting maggots and worms in their meat as well.
I heard it was horse meat for McDonald's.
Did you know that it was fucking reported that it was children body parts they were finding?
That was the same with Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese had that. There was that basement that Chuck E. Cheese had where they were
no shit.
Kids.
I'm going to write this down. I did not know anything about this. See, this is what I'm talking about, rabbit holes.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese had like this secret basement where they were trying to keep kids.
Trying to keep kids, or was
they were like trying to keep kids, like kidnap them.
Yeah, and sell them for
like,
sexual. Yeah.
Yeah, because all of the kids were like going missing at Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
I believe it. I'll stay on. My own point is that I literally can't turn on a TV show without finding a pedophile. And people are like, oh, but I'm just like, at this point, I literally will turn on a movie and be like, who the fuck is this? I don't even want to turn my TV on anymore. It's getting that bad, you guys.
There was this documentary on Netflix that I watched with my sister about how ignorant my brother-in-law came in the room and he was like, I'm gonna write these parents a very strong letter because they were like letting their kid hang out with this one guy that they knew from church, and then like this guy like literally kidnapped their child and like took her to a different country, was using her sexually, and then was like trying to marry her and stuff like that, and the parents had like no problem with it, like they didn't see what was wrong.
Wait, this is something that happened? Because this sounds like exactly like a 1975 fucking.
No, this is something that actually happened. Like this.
Yeah,
really
this sounds
happened.
like something that happened in 1975.
Yeah,
As well, where the guy
ran off a long time ago.
Ran off
and
with
then,
the little girl and
to like Mexico and shit like that. And I was like, dude, how do you not watch your kid? Like watch your kid. Like that's your child, and you didn't see anything wrong with that. Like that's messed up.
Unless they were in on it.
No, they weren't in on it. They were like really religious people, and he was from the church.
So that doesn't mean anything.
He's a holy man. He's a holy man.
Yeah, we find a lot of religious people given that. Yeah, that's actually, you were literally describing they have a documentary on it. You're literally describing.
There's a documentary on it.
A dude that played in the church that ended up taking a kid. He was also part of a Boy Scout or Girl Scout group, and yeah, holy shit, you're actually talking about like multiple people that have done this. Yeah, like who's the clown serial killer, Jay?
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, there you go. He did it too. Clown. He was a Boy Scout leader.
Yeah, he was,
and he actually did the same kind of shit. But there's some that ran off and because of legal issues couldn't get their kid back. And
it's like that. I was literally just talking about it the other day. The guy that like started his own religion here in America, and then he was the guy that made everyone drink the Kool-Aid. And then it was part of his religion to have all of the young girls marry him.
You talk about the one that moved to like Africa or South America or whatever. Yeah. And they all died. Yeah.
Yeah, and like 900 people were found dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, okay, there's that one. There's the NXM or whatever it was called. That was recent. Scientology, bro. It keeps happening. It's the past repeating itself is what it is. It's the same exact thing.
It doesn't make sense. How ignorant can you be?
But all of the shit that we've talked about so far today, will be denied by Snopes, which for some reason I agree with now and still feel the need to agree with. That Snopes is ran by a man and his wife that smell like cat piss and cats and cat shit. So just to throw that out there, the people that run Snopes are fucking loser tards that fucking only do it for the fucking money, and they don't cross-check anything. There are a censorship agenda, but yeah. So here we go into the darker shit since Curry helped bring us here. Bob Saget.
I know a lot about serial killers. Didn't he kill himself, but he was a pedophile?
Which one?
Bob Saget. He was a pedophile.
No, he didn't kill himself. But yeah, Bob Saget raped and killed a girl in 1990, which is a whole comedic process on the Bob Saget roast.
He molested Mary-Kate and Ashley on.
Oh, I'm sure he did more than that. I'm sure he did more than that. That's what the jokes were about. It was like, one of them was, how do you tell the difference between Mary-Kate and Ashley? And he's like, Ashley swallows.
Yeah. It's messed up,
and it's a whole, you can look it up. They fucking joke about it. And it's like, these motherfuckers. And I think I saw it before and was like, what in the fuck? Like years and years and years ago. Like when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, they think this shit's funny. But yeah, that shit actually happened. And Bob Saget, was beat to death from the back of the head. And I did not know, like, I forgot about the shit or didn't know about it when it happened. And yeah, I think Bob Saget was fucking murdered. They're like, we think he hit the back of his head in his bathroom. Well, now they're putting out pics.
He died in his car.
No.
That was the police report that I read.
No, he didn't. He died on his no, he didn't. He died on his motel bed with his left hand over his chest and his right hand laying like next to him. And they were saying that like his whole like in the because everyone was like, what did his backboard look like on his bed? Like, did he slip and fall? His backboard is just like cushions. It's a weird, like ritzy cushion backboard. It's fucking weird. But his bathroom, which is also weird because they show a picture of a tub and then they show a picture of an open shower. And like underneath the soap on the tub it's like wet. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But it's not like a bar soap. It's like soap in a package. So I'm pretty much convinced somebody fucking killed this guy. And they were like saying it had to have been a baseball bat, like not just a baseball bat one time, it's multiple times is what it is, or falling from like a 3-story whatever landing on your head. And they're like, oh no, he slipped in his bathroom and hit his head on the floor, you know. And I'm like, okay, but there's no blood. Yeah, I mean, how many people you know just squish the back of their fucking head in and then go to bed? But not even that, his eye sockets were fucking broken as well. Someone fucking murdered this guy. And the deeper I dig into it, I want to clap my fucking hands. You know what I mean? Unless it's because he was going to tell the truth and somebody didn't want that to happen. But yeah, he was fucking murdered. And they were like, his wife and his family is like, oh, close it up. And I wonder if they're closing it up because they're guilty of killing him, is what a lot of people think. Honestly, my opinion is on why they're trying to close that situation up is because he is a fucking pedophile. And that's why somebody killed him. You look at the photos of it and it's like there's a balcony exit with a sliding glass door. And like the fucking shades are open up enough for someone to like walk right through. If they had gloves, they just would open it and walk right through. Who knows what I don't know. I have not dug deep enough into this to be like, oh, they could go to another room or what. I mean, like, I think someone fucking killed the motherfucker. I think they had a good reason at this point. There's a video of him actually talking about some crazy fucking shit about a dad fucking the wife and the daughter and the son. The son like starts shitting fucking shit everywhere because he can't handle it, and he's like spinning him around. It's crazy. You guys got to watch the video, and it's coming out of his fucking mouth. He's like literally talking about it. It's like, I don't know if it's a joke or a skit or what the fuck is going on, but it's fucking crazy. He's like, and he punches the wife in the mouth, and the wife loses all of her teeth, and he starts fisting her mouth. It's like some weird sexual thing. And I saw this thing that was like, Jews are fucking obsessed with fucking shit and piss. And I was like, I don't understand, because half of it was like they're slipping in shit and piss, and like he's raping his daughter and raping. And it's him saying these words that just came out of my mouth. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like some porno he's describing that he wants to make or something. And it's fucking insane. But can't do it anymore, Cree. I'm sorry there, baby girl. Let's go ahead and skip over to the next fucking pedophile, which titled as Ask Steven Spielberg What Happened to Heather O'Rourke. Anyone know anything about that? Heather O'Rourke was from that movie fucking, you know what I'm talking about, Jay?
No, I don't.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to be inaccurate, so I'm gonna look it up.
Ruger, that's enough.
It's a famous movie. I just don't want to title it wrong. So, Poltergeist.
Oh.
The little girl from Poltergeist. Well, she So here's the thing: when fucking fuckface met her, right? Which was fucking oh fuck, what's his name? I thought you guys would know this. That's why I don't add these details. Steven Spielberg. So Steven Spielberg, and it's weird how he met Heather O'Rourke. She was sitting at a table at this fucking restaurant, and her mom and sister or whatever were like gone to the bathroom or doing whatever the fuck they want. And he walked up and he was like, "Can I sit here?" And she's like, "Yeah." Then he tried to talk to her and she's like, "I can't talk to you. You're a stranger." And he like says that he promised her he wouldn't talk to her because he's a stranger. And when her mom came back, which I don't know why the fuck you'd leave your little kid there, but he was like sitting there at the fucking table and was talking to her fucking mom and was like, "Has she, and she's like, "No, she's never done actressing." And he's like, "Oh, well, she's too young." And then he came back the next day pretty much to the same area and fucking hunted her the fuck down is what happened. You know what I mean? They like to make it seem like, oh, he just found her again. No, he hunted her the fuck down. He fucking sat down next to her and fucking talked to her mom and had this little girl scream for the poltergeist, right?
Oh.
And so she started screaming and screaming. And then he probably got a fucking boner and was like, "Yeah, that's good." And then fucking, yeah, offered the deal and got the deal with her and created her for Poltergeist. Well, anyway, she was like 4 or 5 years old when that happened. And then they went off and there's pictures of him holding this little girl, and fucking he's wearing a pink shirt and the background is red, which means many things when you know things about fucking these prolific fucking child rapers. And which baby pink means baby raper, female baby raper is what it means. Red means the blood of the child. And he was also pictured with, what's her fucking name? Let's see, Drew Barrymore as a child. And he also took a picture with Drew Barrymore in a pink fucking shirt with a red background. And these kids are sitting on his lap. And then there's pictures of him picking up both of them and like groping the fuck out of them, like holding them up and shit. So Steven Spielberg is a fucking pedo. There was a bunch of reports about him being a pedo. Someone wrote an article about him like being a fucking pedo. And Heather O'Rourke, the girl from that fucking movie, God, I fucking hate talking about this, but this is what I learned is that, yeah, she died from, originally she was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, right? But I couldn't find a specific date on when she was diagnosed, but she ended up dying from toxic shock
syndrome.
Yep. After having 2 fucking issues or whatever, pretty much going into shock and shit. And yeah, at the age of 12. Jeez. And the idea is that Steven Spielberg was raping her, created a blockage in her intestines, and it ended up killing her.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fucking hard for me to even fucking talk about, but
those people gotta die.
Yeah, they should fucking die. That's what I fucking feel. Yeah. But it's shit we need to talk about. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think? Because Steven Spielberg has been famously known to like have multiple movies where like there's kids finger painting a naked adult, shit like that, where there's kids involved in sexual references in movies and stuff. And then there's people writing fucking reports about him like that. And then these photos all are him in a pink shirt with a red fucking background, which just fucking irks the shit out of me because I know what it means. It's like the red shoes, where we dance on the blood of the children after we rape them kind of shit. You know what I mean? Rape, kill, and eat them for adrenochrome is what it is. It's pretty fucked up. And I'd agree. And I fucking hate talking about this shit, but you know what? It needs to be talked about. So, have either of you heard anything about Steven Spielberg?
No.
Yeah. But he's got her and Drew Barrymore, a picture of him in his lap, holding them and all that good shit. But so that's pretty much what I got for that.
Dang.
Yeah.
Gee. All right. So I went to Vegas, right? Okay. And I ended up going to Zach Bagans' house because I don't know, some people that we were with were like, it'd be so cool if we went to Zach Bagans' house. And I was like, okay, whatever. I believe in all of the spiritual stuff that like happens, whatever you want to believe. Okay. Austin made it very clear that spirits are real when I first met him the first time ever.
Well, not all of it.
Not all of it, but
not all of it. You believe there's some shit there. That's definitely
but I was like, it really just took me back. Okay. First red flag of just going to this haunted mansion was that we had to sign a waiver, which, yeah, it gets you spooked and stuff like that. But then they showed videos of people that were passing
What did the waiver say?
That were the waiver. I don't know. I didn't read it. I was more of the fact of like, oh, cool, whatever. I get to sign a waiver. This is going to be dangerous.
Stuck out.
It was basically that they weren't liable if you touched something and you brought it home with you. They could not be held accountable for that.
That's wild.
Second, I was like, okay, really? I got to pay $40 just to get in this house to look at some artifacts. But the tour ended up being 2 hours long. They had a serial killer room, which was dedicated to just serial killers. So John Wayne Gacy's clown suit, Ted Bundy's glasses. They had this famous guy's van. He was a doctor and he helped with assisted suicides, which was, it's obviously illegal. But they had his van where he had all of his stuff set up. They had this guy's bed where he sodomized boys, and they had his log of what he would do to them. So it was like him hunting them down. So it was like, oh, I'm watching so-and-so today at this amount, like this time in the day. Oh, I took him at this time. This is what I did to him at this time. That part was the part that really was like, oh my God, this is real. They had a room dedicated to dolls. They had it wasn't the Annabelle doll, but it's the other most famous doll. And when we went in there,
no. They did not have the fucking boy.
They didn't have the boy. It's this really. Let me look it up.
I'm like, there is no fucking way you're about to tell me they had. What's his name?
I think we are on the same page. I was gonna say his name, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Starts with R, and it's the same. It's the same name that.
Robert the doll.
Yes,
it is Robert.
I'm not
there
gonna
you
say
go.
that name.
Was donated. I bet not. Was donated to Zach Bagans' house.
Wow.
And then they had this other doll that was like set up. Peggy. Her name was Peggy the Doll. So Peggy was set up in her own room, and it was completely covered with glass, like straight up like Conjuring status, like had the cross, had a Bible next to her, stuff like that. And then she had one of those, like the little recorders that take all of the energy from the room and it makes words.
Yeah.
Oh, those ghost boxes.
Yeah, so they had one of those right next to her, and you were like shut in this room with her and anyone could ask her a question. And it became so real when my grandma went up to the glass and was like, she thought it was fake and was like, Peggy, what's my name? And on the recorder, it said Carolyn.
No fucking shit.
Yeah. And everyone was like, yeah, we need to get out of here.
If you think about it, leave. Those fucking rooms could totally be being filled with energy. Like when they, which Zach Bagans, a lot of his shit is bullshit. A lot of
which
it.
I understand that.
I understand too. He has a TV show that he got to keep it alive.
You know yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get it. Yeah. Some of his stuff is like for play, but like all of the stuff that he had in his house was like, why? And the house itself was he
I have
bought
a
it
problem
because
believing
it
that
was
Robert was there.
it literally says in 2017 Robert the doll was donated to Zach Bagans' Haunted
I'm gonna have to
Museum in
look it
Las
up.
Vegas.
Donated my ass, maybe like $2 fucking million, or nah, it wouldn't even be that much. It'd be like
okay, but this
it'd
guy's
be like
making bank just off of his
$750,000.
show.
Like I think that
Just
motherfucker bought him.
His show and the museum as it is, he's collecting money off of it.
No, I know he's got money. I'm just saying, like, for that doll to be donated, it was in like some religious place or something before, or like
Okay, so the house that he bought itself that's in Vegas was used, the basement was used for satanic rituals.
yeah.
Like nobody is allowed in the basement.
I mean, he
because
could have
that's
done.
where
He could. Oh, they can take the most dangerous shit in the world and let you walk by it and talk to it, but you can't go in the fucking basement of a fucking Las Vegas satanic ritual house. That's bullshit. I don't know. That's crazy.
Said, I don't know. I talked to the employees too because it was.
I'm
all
not saying there isn't
and
fucking
like,
shit there. There most certainly is.
I was like, why can't we go down there? They were like, nobody's allowed down there.
There's definitely
like, okay.
There's definitely shit there.
Okay.
How the fuck do you get
stuff right now?
There's no way that doll got donated to.
They had the cauldron that he puts the lotion on his skin.
No.
They had his cauldron.
I mean, that's fucking crazy. I gotta go. Is this like Ripley's Believe It or Not? You know what I mean?
It literally was for spooky ass artifacts.
Well, I mean, like Ripley's Believe It or Not is like these are shrunken fucking heads, and they're not shrunken fucking heads. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They'll like show you shit like this is a fucking whatever from wherever in the world.
He can't false advertise though.
I don't know, man. You signed a paper.
And at Ripley's Believe It or Not,
you signed a paper you didn't read, man. I don't know.
That was very true.
I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I don't think Robert is at his fucking. I don't think Robert is in Las Vegas right now. I don't. I do not.
But even at Ripley's Believe It or Not,
I know the guy that has
heads.
Annabelle.
They say that they're replicas.
Yeah, I know the guy that has Annabelle, like the real Annabelle.
And I follow the girl that
I don't personally know him, but I watch
right
his videos and shit. The guy that has Annabelle, and it's the husband of their daughter. So he is, and he runs that's under their fucking house.
Okay, but let me say one thing. I've never seen so many crows.
Something happened
at one place in my entire time being in Las Vegas. I've never seen a crow. And I've been to Las Vegas 4 times. Never seen a crow until I went to that house.
It's because he uses crow bait, bro.
They were swarms of crows, swarms, just chilling on trees.
He uses
like at that house. It's
crow bait. You've never used crow bait before, bro.
Okay, I'm saying that he may do this stuff, but I'm
fucking with. There's no such thing as crow bait.
Oh, okay.
It's because that place is fucking totally haunted, but I don't think he has some of the shit he says he has. You know what I mean?
There's more.
Oh, fuck, here we go. This is a goddamn commercial.
It is. It's a commercial, man.
I didn't know that you were the best seller of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm like, but wait, there's more. Like one of those like commercials that you'd see when you were like 12. And it's like the coloring. They're like, but wait, there's more. I'm like, oh my god, mom, I gotta buy it. It's only $32.99. Anyways,
what the fuck did you buy?
Go down. I didn't buy anything.
But wait, there's more. You could have sex with me behind the fucking closet.
Oh my god, you're terrible.
$200. He's a stripper. He's like, we don't make enough money from that.
True. He's like, so we actually don't make enough money from the museum. So there is a corner around that we will take donations for stripping. But anyways, there was a whole clown room, okay? And like the group that I went with, only really one person really wanted to go see this museum. And since we were there, we were like, okay, we'll go see it for you.
A like, fucking clown room.
And the whole time that we were there,
man,
everyone was kind of fucking with each other. Like we were like, woo, like there's ghosts, blah, blah, blah. And we were like touching each other, blah, blah, blah. And we get into this clown room, okay? And I had Hayden with me, and someone pulled my hair, and I flipped around so fast, and I was like, Hayden, don't fucking touch me. I was like, knock it off. It's not funny anymore. And he was like, Kree, I didn't touch you. And I was like, stop fucking with me. I was like, I know it's one of you guys. I'm getting pissed. Like, I'm actually here. Like, this is really informational, because they were telling us about everything. Like, they were giving us history on it. And I was like, this is really informational. I like it. Stop messing with me. I'm trying to learn. And I turned back around, and this guy's talking, and it happened again. Someone pulled my hair, and I flipped around, and I was like, you guys better stop messing with me. And at that point, the tour guide was getting pissed, and he was like, okay, like, are you done? And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, they won't stop. Like, again, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it a big deal. And then we got out of the house after the tour was over. And one of my mom's friends pulled me aside, and she was like, hey, I know that you were freaking out in there. Like, I know that you were upset. I didn't want to make it worse by saying this, but no one touched you. And she was like, I watched the whole time. She was like, no one was touching you. And I was like, oh, all right. So someone just wanted to just pull my hair.
That's
some little
fucking
entity
gnarly,
in there.
dude.
Yeah, that's not scary at all. No,
yeah, I know.
It's
And
not scary.
now it's like, I don't want to go back. I'm not trying to go back to that museum, man. Like,
it's fucking wild. I think he knows like a lot of shit. Like some shit is bullshit, but a lot of shit is real as well. And
okay, but there's more.
No, I'm saying okay. Oh, there's fucking more.
There's more.
That's crazy.
Because remember, okay, so Austin, do you remember when right after that happened, and then a couple months later, I messaged you, Austin, because I was like, hey man, there's some creepy shit going on.
Which time?
I'm
just playing.
Okay.
Once you start describing it, I'll know.
Yeah, I messaged you because I was like, hey, there's some stuff that's been going on for a couple of months. Like, my sister's brother-in-law left because he's a lineman, so he went out on storm, and for 2 months straight, at the same exact time, someone started walking around my house. And the first time that it happened, it was at like 2 a.m. And I messaged my sister because I thought that it was her and the baby. And I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, I can hear you stomping around. I heard you slam the door. Like, what's going on? Do you need help? And she messaged me back and was like, no, man, I thought that was you. And I was like, no, I'm in my room. I was sleeping. And so then a couple months went by. It was the same exact thing. And then after that, it was toys that my niece had around the house that didn't have any batteries in them that would turn on and like start playing, or like one was kept turning on and it had to be activated by water and the batteries were dead. Wow. And so it kept turning on outside of the shower because we took it out, and she was like, hey, just ignore it. And that's when I messaged Austin because lights started to flicker on and off when I'd come into a room. And I messaged Austin and I was like, hey man, I think that I have something attached to me, dude. I don't know what's going on. And then I met up with Austin and he was like, yeah, this is bad. And I was like, oh, well, it's bad. So like, but connected the dots. I'm pretty sure I brought something back from Vegas with me. That's it. I should have read the waiver, man. I should have read it.
You didn't take nothing from there, did you?
No, I didn't take anything. Where would I take anything? Oh, that's a total lie. I did take something.
Oh, here we go.
I just wanted a little memento that I went there. So
what'd you fucking take? Are you fucking serious? Are you admitting this right now?
I took a couple of tickets that I had gotten from the museum, and I took stuff from the front counter, but I mean, like, I just wanted to say that I went there, man.
Did you steal anything?
No, I didn't steal anything. I did touch this one thing, the like Zorro that they had. And like, I took the little fortune that it gave me because I was the one that got picked to have the fortune. I don't even remember what my fortune was, but I kept it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's thousands of people.
I touched a couple of
every day.
I touched a couple of dolls because I went into this little closet full of dolls.
They're probably all fake. Like,
I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. Let's just touch a few. The lady was like, don't touch anything. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to touch them.
Well, if you shoved the doll in your pants, I'd be like, that was why. You took it with you.
Yeah, no.
That's gnarly. I'm not sure.
Maybe I psyched myself out. Maybe it's the arrowheads that I found in the back of my orchard. I don't know.
Fuck, man. I mean, Like I fucking heard people running out front last night, and I pulled up my camera as it was happening, and I couldn't see a fucking thing. I mean, with the way the world's going, with how crazy it is, there's so many people like awake and so many people like fighting it, and you're literally seeing like like I don't want to say like demons and angels, but it's getting to that point. You know what I mean? Like the world is splitting in half, it feels like. And well, almost. It's not quite yet splitting in half, but it's splitting in sections, like 8 sections. And you can feel it splitting. So you're just like, yeah, I know what the fuck's going on here. Which is like, I mean, the shit we just talked about, you know, look around. You know what I mean? Like there's real fucking there's real evil servicing on
I was gonna say
our daily lives.
The spiritual world is becoming more known.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot more people are talking about it.
It feels like it's coming more closer to the surface. I mean, you're seeing fucking teachers brag about how they teach your kids about how they fucking diddle themselves. Yeah, I mean, like we're seeing the craziest shit going on, and it's good and evil is what it's looking like. And I think that separation is starting to become thicker and thicker, and like more easier for people to notice, people that would never have noticed, and just be like, that was fucking weird as shit. You know what I mean? And I think people are becoming that way too. You're starting to see, I've seen so much anger, you know, and like in all sorts of emotions, but like people becoming more just easily afflicted by the easiest thing. I mean, go around your town, everybody. Go around your town and watch. You'll see like happy people at this store, happy people at this store, and you'll see just like the most fucking disrespectful, like negative fucking people at one store or something. You know what I mean? Like you can go see it. It's out there. It's real. And it's here. And I think people need to figure that shit the fuck out and see that that's coming. Because I don't think we're in halves yet, guys. I think we're in like 8s. I think there's different districts of the whole movement, whatever it is. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I totally see it. But yeah, like last night, I heard people running down the steps and running out in the front outside. And I pulled up my camera real quick and was going through the video, and there was like nothing happened. It was fucking weird.
That's like my dog. Like literally, like all of those. There were a ton of moths in my room, and so I was like, I'm not sleeping with all of these moths. Don't know where they're coming from. I don't know why they're in here. Like it's irritating me at this point. So me and my dog, I just like took a blanket from my room and went in the spare room, and I don't like the spare room. It creeps me out. And he was freaking out. Like he just kept whining. He kept barking. He kept whining. He kept barking to the point where like I jolted up, and I swear I saw someone. I put this on my life, man. And I was like, what? And I flipped on the light, and there was no one there. And then so we came back to my room, and he was perfectly fine, laid down and went to bed.
Wow.
I was like, yep, we're never going to go in that room again.
That's fucking gnarly.
Thank you for listening to episode 23 of the Collective Minds podcast. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss this and many other topics we cover. This is Jay signing out.